seller only. Okay, the whole price is not paid. The whole price is not paid. Or he will become an unpaid seller when he received some bill of exchange or a check. I told you know what a bill is. When you cannot pay money immediately, you sign a bill and give, and that person can endorse it in the bank. Okay, after a few days or whenever you say. So it can be a check, it can be any negotiable instrument. So that bill of exchange which was given in exchange of the price, instead of paying the price, if this bill of exchange was given and this bill of exchange is dishonored. What is dishonor? Why are you laughing then? Something funny on my face, huh? Wear your mask properly, you. What I want to call you. So, what is dishonor? Rejection of a instrument. That is, because there is no money in the account, the check gets bounced. The banker says no money in the account, so we cannot pay you. So that is only dishonor. So when the seller gets a bill of exchange and that bill of exchange is dishonored, even then he becomes an unpaid seller. Okay. So now we will see the conditions. Conditions. So here seller means not only seller. In seller can include a person who is acting on behalf of the seller. That is the seller's agent. The seller's agent can also be an unpaid seller. So not only the seller, but any person in the place of the seller. Okay. Any person in the place of the seller is an unpaid seller. So here the second condition is whole price must be paid. That is, let me assume that here Rohit is selling for 300 rupees or 300 units. So maybe for 3000 rupees. Okay. And Deepak has paid 2990. Is Rohit an unpaid seller or not? Yes. Even if it is 10 rupees, he is an unpaid seller. Unpaid seller to the extent of 10 only. He can claim 10 rupees. He cannot claim 3000 rupees. Just because I am unpaid seller, give me again, you give me the full money. Abdin, you cannot ask. So, even if a small portion of the price is not paid, he is an unpaid seller. Okay. This is only for non-payment of price. Only for non-payment of price, not for any other expense. Let me assume that Rohit has sold to Deepak for 3000 rupees and Rohit incurred 500 rupees as storage expense. Okay, I'll give you the situation. Rohit is selling tomatoes to uh, Deepak. And then Deepak is telling, okay, I am ready to buy, I pay you 3000 rupees, but I can take delivery only after 2 days. So Rohit is saying, don't worry, I will store it in the storage box for your sake. And then he has to buy a storage box and store it in the storage box. 500 rupees. If Deepak pays this 3000, but he does not pay this 500, can Rohit claim to be an unpaid seller? No. He can claim to be an unpaid seller only for this 3000 rupees, not for any other expense. Clear? So, if any person is paying the money or the price for the product fully, then he is an unpaid seller. case of misbehaving. And the last one, let us assume that Deepak is paying 3,000. Rohit is saying, "Ayo, I'll not be at home today. Can you please give it tomorrow?" So Deepak was ready to give and he also gave, but Rohit did not accept. In that case, Rohit cannot call himself a unpaid seller. Okay, he said, okay, you give tomorrow, Adnala Deepak is giving tomorrow. Okay, do you understand? So that is the last point. No, no, that's not the last point. We still have few points. So what will happen in case of credit sales? In case of credit sales, when does the seller become unpaid seller? What is credit sales? Selling product on credit means what? Very good. So the sale will take place now, but the amount will be received later. That will be the condition. So I will pay after 3 months. Like that. Okay. So on the credit sales, what is the condition to be called for the seller to be called as unpaid seller? Okay. So what is the condition for credit sales? So the first condition is if the buyer becomes insolvent. If the buyer becomes insolvent during that credit period. What is insolvency? Very good. So inefficiency or insufficiency of funds, inefficiency to pay. In simple terms, no money to pay. That's all. Okay. So if the buyer becomes insolvent in that credit period, we talked about 3 months, no? So in that credit period or during that credit period, if the buyer is not able to pay, then he will become an unpaid seller. The seller will become an unpaid seller. If the buyer is not insolvent and all, credit period is still intact, 3 months. Once the 3 months is over and the price is not paid only, seller can claim to be unpaid seller. On the 3 months, he cannot be claiming I am unpaid seller, unpaid seller. He only gave that credit period. So 3 months, when the 3 months is over and buyer does not pay, then he becomes an unpaid seller. Okay. So if the buyer does not pay even after credit period has elapsed. Even after the credit period, if this fellow does not pay, then he becomes an unpaid seller. Now what I want you to do is, I've given you a chart. I want you to write it down in your notebook. Take time to read and write. I know it is very simple to have it in the PowerPoint. Update நாங்க படிக்க போறோம் ma'am, நாங்க எழுதணும், you may ask. Or update we are going to copy ma'am, why should we write ma'am? Like that you can ask. Okay, that's your choice. But once you read and then write, you may have some doubts and at least 10% may get into you. You may read, okay, against the goods, against the buyer. Okay, there's something there. And then again one deviation. Then lien. What is lien? We have never heard of lien. Then stoppage in transit. Other maybe you will be able to guess. When the goods are in transit, someone is going to stop it. So like that, I want you to read it and write that chart. White t-shirt. You are not exempted from anything. T-shirt are what? Chinese collar. You are not exempted from writing. Write it, I said. Please write it. Then we will start with rights of an unpaid seller. What's today's date? 1st of November, no? எதுக்கிட்ட சும்மா சிரிச்சுட்டே இருக்கீங்க? உங்க உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் பைத்தியமா? I hope you all read through it and then you're writing. Don't update copy simply. Use your brain. Have you finished? We'll just start this because we cannot finish it today. It's quite a huge essay, okay, and it's a very important essay. Am I on mute in the meet? No, no. Okay, I suddenly got it out. Okay. So it's a very important essay. Okay, very important essay meaning all the CAs and all the external exams they'll ask this. So one sure 20 mark question is this. That is 20 mark in a section B. I don't know now your pattern has changed. No. Uh, so please make sure that you study this. It's very easy. Don't simply copy. Okay. So, as you can see in the chart, the rights of an unpaid seller are on two bases. Okay, right against the goods. And then right against the buyer. Like, I'll give you an example. Right against the goods is, he has sold the goods, he has given the goods, but he has not got the money. Can he go and take back the goods? Yes, he can take back the goods. Right against the buyer is, he has given the goods, he has not received the money. Can he go and kill the seller? Can he go and kill the buyer? No, he cannot kill the buyer. So what can he do to the buyer is only right against the buyer personally. What can he do against the goods? What can he do against the buyer? Okay, these are the two main distinctions under which he can claim his right. Okay, so when the property in the goods is passed, property is passed means the goods are delivered. Already it has reached the buyer's place. Abdina, what can we do? Okay. When the property has not passed, it is simple no. He will say, I will not give the goods, that's all. Why should I give the goods and then claim the money? He is not paying me, means I am not giving the goods. Okay. So when the property in the goods has not passed. So when the property in goods is passed, you have three things. Lien, in case this does not come as an essay, this question does not come as an essay, this lien at least will come as a short answer or an essay. Sometimes lien mattume they may ask as an essay. Okay, so lien is very important. I'll explain to you what is lien in the next class. Stoppage in transit. Stoppage in transit is easy. Let me assume that the seller has transported the goods. Lorry is taking the goods and it is going. But then the buyer becomes insolvent. So the seller knows that he will not get this money. So what he can say, he can call the lorry driver and say, bring back the goods. This fellow is not going to pay. That is only stoppage in transit. Transit, you stop. That's all. We will see all this later also, but simply I'm just saying. He also has the right to sell to another person, resale. Okay. When the property in goods is not passed, then as I told, no, he may withhold delivery. He may say, you give the money and take the goods. Don't touch the goods until you pay the money. Okay. So withhold goods, withhold delivery. He may even stop in transit if the goods have not reached the buyer, if it is in transportation now, then he can stop in transit. So against the buyer, what can he do? Surely he cannot hit him. Surely he cannot slap him. Surely he cannot kidnap his daughter. Okay, surely he cannot kill him. So what can we do to the buyer if the buyer is not paying? First thing is, he can file a suit for price. So sue for price. He can file a case against him claiming the money of price, that price money, okay? He can sue for damages. Damages means any other expense that this fellow had incurred. Maybe he had already booked the lorry and lorry person he has already paid and the goods are in transit. Upper this fellow is not paying. With the price money, he can also claim the lorry charges. Okay? He can repudiate the contract. What is repudiation? Breaking, or he can say no to the contract. Yesterday we went to this Mokka movie called Doctor. I don't know how many of you watched it. Very nice, huh? For Sivakarthikeyan you would have seen. Only good point in that movie was Sivakarthikeyan. Huh? Who? Oh, that short man, huh? Short man who's Netrikanla, one fellow will come, kidnapper, that fellow, huh? Okay, not good. Ayo, night show வேற சரியான மொக்கை ஆயிடுச்சு for me. அதுதான் இப்போ தீபாவளி அன்னைக்கு டிவிலேயே போடுறாங்க, இதுக்கு எதுக்குடா போறீங்க? But my cousins, not my cousins, my husband's cousins have come from Bangalore and everywhere. So they said, Ikola, we are meeting and after a long time, let's go to a movie. What are the movies? There only this doctor movie. Adla vera one family said two cousins, they got married. So they said, from the beginning till the end, it will be so comedy. I think comedy எங்கடா காமெடியே வரல, எப்படா காமெடி? Okay. So why I was saying that is, in the first beginning of the movie, this fellow gets an audio message from the girl. I don't think I will shoot you or you will shoot me. So let's not get mad. That is only repudiation of the contract. Okay. They had a contract to marry, but they did not. That girl repudiated the contract. So repudiation means cancelling the contract. And finally, suit for interest. So suit for interest, I will give you an example. Let's assume that R is the seller and D is the buyer. D is ordering for goods. Okay. 10,000 cycles. If R does not have 10,000 cycles, but R does not want to miss that order, that huge order, because it will get huge profit. So what R does is, okay, I will buy from someone and give. So R is buying from maybe C. R is buying from C and giving. For that, R does not have money. But R thinks, anyway, this fellow will pay, no. Appa, he can repay that money anyway. So what he does is, he takes a loan and pays it to C. And for that loan, he pays 10% interest. Now, if this fellow does not pay, R becomes an unpaid seller when D does not pay. R can not only claim the price, but he can also claim this 10% interest. But it must be a reasonable market interest what the court allows. If this fellow is going to go and borrow from this Kanduvetti Karar and all, and unorganized sector and the thugs kit and the life you're going to get and then say meter vaddi I paid, na, court will not give that amount and all. The normal bank rate court will give. Do you understand? So these are the rights of an unpaid seller. Briefly, we will be seeing all this elaborately in the upcoming classes. Okay? So enjoy your week. We will take attendance and wind up the class.